What is going on, guys? It is your boy Thriller here, and we are here for the playoffs of the SADL. Real quick, just to show you guys where we did finish off in the playoffs. Like I stated in the video, we actually finished at the 4 and 5. We finished as the fifth seed overall. So we basically don't get to worry about facing people like Brooks until at least finals. I'm low-key hoping we don't face Brooks because if Brooks does what he does in the regular season, he'll probably just play for differential in the finals and be cringe. But also, my matchup against Brooks is actually really rough, and I don't really want that. Same with doing fine. I only have two chances to dodge them. So let's hope that. But more than likely, spoilers, I think Brooks might be going to semifinals pretty uncontestedly because his opponents really be in no show. So But yeah, I will be either. So I'm taking on Brody first of all, the Snow Point Strikers. Brody is the Cricketoon master, if you guys do know. And Brody beat us last time. I would say it wasn't necessarily luck. I think it was just one of those things where I made some bad reads. And also he just had really good prep. With the mixed thunderous, which wasn't even timid, it wasn't that even, so really just good prep on his end. And I think we could have maybe still won if I made some predictions or at least made it insanely close. Also, if I landed my focus blast, that also would have been really great. So, but yeah, basically, I think how will happen here, the winner of this matchup faces the winner of Doing Fine versus Cobalt. If I rematch Cobalt, I think I'm okay with that one because I can actually have a decent matchup versus him. I think he brought some pseudo meme stuff, but also was really serious stuff that could also work as well. But we faced Doing Fine. God, I don't really like that matchup at all. So we're just have to try our best. But we gotta make it through Brody first. And let's kick it off with his team. His team has not changed since last time we battled. We're not going to really go over it like we did this. It's only during a new matchup that we'll go over it. If I face Doing Fine, then we'll go over their team because I didn't really go over their team last time. But with Brody's matchup, last time he brought Mew with default with Stealth Rock, so it was kind of utility Mew. He brought Shaman Sky with Wide Lens. He brought Scarf Mixed Thunderous. He brought Volcanion, which I think was kind of like pseudo bulky, but with flame charge, so it was more of an offensive. I think it was Zamazenta, which was just protect, roar. It was sub roar, protect, iron, and body press, and then he banded roaring moon. I'm pretty much expecting either banded or potentially booster energy moon this time. I think one of those two is going to be most likely brought here. Zama, I think he's going to be changed up here because I think Brody knows how I'm going to play it because he knows if I taunt that thing and I have something that's really bulky in front of it, it's just not going to work out for him. Now, I was actually really scared of Nihilego and Mega Mawile in the last game, and he didn't bring either of them. Nihilego, I actually feel confident he's not bringing because I don't think Nihilego, now looking at it, didn't really do much. Would not have really done a lot for him in that matchup. Volcania, I think he is forced to bring because it needs to be a Dracovish counter that he can reliably use. I think that is definitely something that he needs on his team. I'm probably expecting maybe the same type of set here from Thunderous again, but except this time I'm expecting probably more of a fully special set or a lot more speed because I think he's going to guarantee run enough speed to make sure he's faster than Celesteela with an Automize up because that's definitely what could have, because that's definitely something that if I actually had built a lot more speed and I would have outsped that, that thing I could have actually won the game. I think that. So I can definitely think Brody can go with like a naive or timid nature if he wants to go full special. Shaman Sky easily comes. It's a really good mod in my entire team. Mew Gligar definitely does not come again. Gligar's just really bad here. Now, last time he brought Mew, I actually think this time he's bringing Mawile. I actually think he's bringing Mawile this time. If he brings Mew, he brings Mew. That's just what it's gonna have to be. But in my honest opinion, I think he's going to go Mawile this time. Just because you look at my team, Mawile offensively really wrecks shop. Mawile needs to take his on some stuff in that. Plus, if he doesn't bring either Nihilego or Mawile, Shaman is insanely three this matchup. Shaman puts on not Shaman. Florges puts insane matchup pressure to where Volcanion has to be the reliable check, and Volcanion is not even that good of a check to some degree. So I really think he has to bring his Mega Mawile this time, or I think he actually could run into a problem, which is going to be my Florges. So, a bit of a spoilers if you can already tell about that. But anyways, regardless, last time we brought, I believe I was Life Orb King instead of that. It might have been Scarf. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was. I did not bring Porygon 2. Dio Speed, I think I didn't bring. Mega Glade, I think I was either Jolly or Swords Dance. Thunderous, I think I was just the Nasty Plot 3 attack set or Dual Dance with Thunderbolt plus Focus Blast. Celesteela, I was Power Herb, Meteor Beam, Dracovish, I was Habomberry, and I was Choice Scarf, Meowscarada. I'm actually changing up my team a lot for this game, and maybe not as fully. Well, I'm changing up a lot, and I've got some insane strats for you guys. So first and foremost, we're rocking out the exact same Thunders. I think we're actually changing up the build here to be a little bit more physically defensive. I think I might have been physically defensive last time. But I'm being a little bit more physically defensive, and we're rocking out with the Magnet again. Magnet is just super good if you look at Brody's team. He realistically does not have an electric switch in outside of Rory Moon and Gligar. He might be forcing himself to bring Gligar this game if he's that worried, but the problem is it's just Gligar can't do anything. Gligar just lets a lot of my team set up for free or just do a lot of things in front of it. It's just really bad mon for this matchup here. But we have Thunder, my Thunderous there in here, who again was actually I think with 6-4, I think on the season, which again proves why I'm good using his regular form, but I suck using him with Terra. I don't know why this is always a habit with me in Pokemon. I don't know why. But anyways, we're Nasty Plot, Agility, Thunderbolt, and Focus Blast, 112 in HP, 136 defense, max special attack with the Modest Nature, 8 in speed. This will allow me to outspeed a lot of things on his speed. Now, I am taking a bit of a gamble by not running anything to outspeed a potential Scarf Thunderous. But here's the thing. If he brings Scarf Thunderous again, Scarf Thunderous physically cannot beat this set. If he unless he's gonna run Psychic and hope he gets special defense drops. Because outside of his Thunderous, nothing can beat this thing if I get an agility off and I get a nasty plot off. As is, Focus Blast is at most now is just a basically a coin flip. It'll kill the Roaring Moon, but if I get a nasty plot off, there he is. But if I get a nasty plot off, everything outside of Roaring Moon is gonna pretty much just instantly die to Thunderbolt. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Is not even a thing. This thing is insanely strong. So a really good mon in this matchup. I'm gonna probably prioritize getting the agility off first this time versus a nasty plot. Just depending on what I want to see Brody do. Because if I see Mew, I'm going to assume it's the same lead. Now, this could be a potential taunt Mew. This could be the exact same Mew as last time. There's a lot of factors that can go into this. But basically, if it's the exact same Mew as last time, I'm going to click Agility first, then Nasty Plot. I guarantee live anyone hit from him. I Thunderbolt, and then I just kill everything. Like, it's basically that. Unless it's going to be the exact same roll situation again. Then that could actually be a bit problematic. Up next, we're bringing our Mega Shadow, aka Mega Gallade here, who sadly has not done as much work as he could have done for us this season. But we're taking a big gamble on this set. We are relying on Drain Punch plus Axel. I am running no psychic coverage into that Zamazenta, and I know what you're thinking. That seems borderline stupid, but hear me out. This set punishes Brody if he tries to do the exact same thing again where he wants to cycle in this, that, and this. But the good news is this is if he is cycled into his moves, I can bulk up in front of him, which is super reliable for us here. And I can be able to start building up stacks of my bulk ups to the point where I can then just play mind games with either going for Drain Punch or Triple Axle. If I get one prediction right, because basically, if I get rid of this Shaman Sky, I theoretically could just Drain Punch everything. Outside of Thunderous, which I'll have to Axle for, and even the Mew I would have to. But again, this thing can kind of just steamroll away with some damage if I get rid of that Shaman Sky, because that's his biggest form of speed control outside of the Roaring Moon as well. This mod can just steamroll if I position it carefully. We do have Taunt there to shut down Gligar. We do have Taunt there to shut down a potential roar if the Zamazenta has it. And what's great is that Taunt goes through sub, so even if he tries to roar me with a sub up, it's going to be really good to shut that thing down. And literally, he would not be able to physically touch this set. especially if I start taking bulk ups, if I already have a bulk up or two up before he even brings that one in. So really good set here from Galay this week. I'm hoping it pays off. We are going with max HP, 136 but with a 120 out of a nature. We are guaranteed faster than defensive Mew and everything else that is defensive. I actually think we also outspeed modest Lacanian. Funny enough, I think of the spread too. So really feeling good about this mon, and I think it's going to do really well for us here. Up next, time to crack open some heat. Time to crack open some mother freaking heat, baby. We're running Smooth Rock Nidoking with Sandstorm, Ice Punch, Earthquake, and Sucker Punch. Ice Punch plus Earthquake literally is all I need on Nidoking. There's no other moves I really need on this set. We have enough speed to make sure we are faster than max speed Volcanion, if that's the case. We are running max attack, 4 in defense, and the rest in split depth, so we can guarantee take at least 1 or 2 special hits on our side. Basically, the reason why we're running this set is because it's going to line up for the very next guy, which Brody actually can't counter this set no matter what he does. So I have to play my cards right on this one. But with Nidoking here, it's meant to be support for Dracovish, but it also can do a lot of damage outside of that, which is really, really good for this matchup here. Sucker Punch priority is really good to revenge something that is potentially chipped down. And I don't think Brody's expecting Sucker Punch on my Nidoking at all this week. So I'm really hoping that the tech works out here. This is very risky because I have to get this off, and there's a good plenty of opportunities to do so, but I have to play it right when I want to pull the trigger on it because I only get 8 turns. So unless Brody has something that could get rid of this, he can't really do much about it. And speaking of the tech, we're rocking even more tech, man. This is insanely risky because I'm running sub on a set that really doesn't want to run sub. So the thing is, right, if I get the sand up and I get this Dracovish in on a sub before Volcanion comes in, I'm two-shotting Volcanion guaranteed with Earthquake. There's nothing that could stop it. And then what's even funny is I can Earthquake into a Dragon Rush if I want to, which we'll talk about in just a second here. But again, with this spread, we are guaranteed faster than the Thunderous no matter what, and the rest wins our defense, and we're adamant max attack. Now, you may be seeing Dragon Rush with the wide lens here. Here's my situation I could have put myself in. Dragon Rush with basically at max attack adamant, unless it's a bomb berry, which I don't think it's going to be. I guarantee kill that thing with this Dragon Rush, and then I can literally after Earthquaking Vicious Rend cycle everything on my opponent's team. Vicious Rend even to Akio Shaman, which is really really funny. And Dragon Rush I think actually has a chance to OHKO as well potentially, but this is my only way to guarantee get rid of Roaring Moon. This is legitimately the only way to get rid of this Pokemon and to really devastate it and to really hurt it. Vicious Rend just does not do that much damage. I've tried with, I can't, and that's the one thing about Dracovish for the entire season is that I wanted to bring Bandit at some point, but Bandit just cannot work without having speed control in this matchup, and also just so many water checks to this guy that we have to just play smarter. I think this strategy is a lot better than last time we've had Dracovish because Dracovish just on paper is so insanely difficult for Brody to counter. It's one of the most toughest, if not the toughest, Mon Brody has to beat here, which I think is going to be the reason why I think he might have to just go with some strats here. But I think our strat here really going to pay off. And I'm bringing some backup strats. I'm bringing a Light Clay Forges here with Trick, Light Screen, Moonblast, and Toxic. Now, the goal is to get. So, this is a very unorthodox set. Legitimately makes no sense. Now, if I was like a Calm Mind Forges, this set literally cooks. Because if there's no freaking, what's his name? This set literally just can just win on its own if it's Calm Mind. But I'm taking a bit of a risk here, and I'm actually doing something that can actually help me while also still being good. We're running kind of a pseudo fast, bulky Florges. We're running enough speed to make sure we're faster than you, which is really important here. We are running Trick to trick away that light clay in case there's something else I want to just kind of cripple. But I do have the light screen, which if you do look at Brody's team, he does have a fair amount of special attackers such as Mew, Shaman, Thunderous, Volcanion, and the Heligo. I wanted Reflect, but for some reason this stupid flower doesn't want to learn it. But I wanted to be able to run this. So what I want to try to do is try to get my 8 turns of clay up, and then I want to try to trick this onto a Pokemon that we can take advantage of with this. We're running max HP, 136 special attack, and 120 speed. I want to run the special attack investments because we can still hit decently hard in this matchup with just our pure fairy typing, so that's why we have Moonblast. Toxic's there just to wheel down things like the Volcanium, the Zama, and some other bulky Pokemon potentially as well, or just to get some tree chip damage off. Because then again, pairing that with Sandstorm really opens the door for Drakefish. And also opens up for the door for this guy. Now, I really struggled what I wanted to do with this thing. I was debating weakness policy, but then if I get knocked off, then the item's pointless with this strat. Or I could try to lure in something and try to pull off a strat like this. Now, there were two opportunities I could get weakness policy to work on this guy. Obviously, if I get the screen up and Volcanion's in front of me and I try to set up, or if the Thundurus is also in front of me and it tries to set up. The problem I kept running into the opportunities is this. Either I can get critted or I can get paralyzed. One of the two scenarios could have happened, and I'm thinking in the long term of things, I'm going to go with more of the riskier idea here. Now, with this Celesteela, I believe it actually will it can't actually outspeed Thundurus if it's like damn near almost max speed, because that's what Brody has to run to guarantee outspeed my Celesteela. So what we're doing here is I believe we're running enough speed to be faster than a Scarf Volcanion or Scarf Nihilego, I think is what it is. So we're still running a bit of fair amount of speed. We have some bulk and we have max special attack. Now, Air Slash plus Flash Cannon legitimately can actually just be pretty spammable in this matchup. There's no real solution to this thing. I could have ran Flamethrower because I can hit that for Shaman for super effective damage. Also have Air Slash and I can also hit the Mawile. But I can just Flash Cannon's neutral on it, which is fine. I can Air Slash the Volcanion. I'm actually going to probably save my Meteor Beam on the Thundurus. Or if I can get my boost going right now, I can 2 KO Thundurus with just any one of my two moves. So, very important that we try to get our Autotomize up as soon as we can and just proc that power if we can, or try to get something going with it. So, but yeah, we have two different strats here. We have the strat of trying to get Sand going with Dracovish, then we have the support here from Forges into Celesteela. These guys are meant to just be either set up and win or set up and break. Basically, like kind of like the setup duo here versus Sand duo versus support duo. So I'm really hoping we can pick up the win here. I would love to get my revenge here and win this game against Brody. But if our season does end here, well, at least we came out with some fire prep this game and gone from there. But yeah. And also, I do apologize if this team was way too longer. I figured I'd explain my strats here to you guys and kind of go over what I thought what this matchup was. So, but with that being said, I'm going ahead and get connected with Brody, and I will see you guys for the battle. Sorry about that, guys. I accidentally was about starting the battle without starting you guys here. But Brody did bring his team here. He pretty much brought what he expected, except he did bring Gligar, which I am insanely surprised he brought Gligar. He did bring Mew again, which was a big 50-50 if you wanted to bring that. No Mega Mawile is insane in this matchup, and he didn't bring his Stundy, so there's no Prankster here. So, this was the lead here. I could see him going for the Air Slash here, knowing that he can kill me here. But at the same time, I want to go for the Axle so bad because I guarantee knock him out here. Air Slash doesn't knock me out, and I can afford to go for one. I'm going for it. He missed! Oh my god! Oh my god, he missed! Oh my god, he missed. Okay, he at least got the burn. At least got the burn. That makes up for the miss. But damn, dude, that sucks. I'm gonna let Mega Galay go down here, just because there's no reason not to just prepare for this thing. Dude, I'm so unbelievably sorry, man. That's just lame. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that's just lame. That is low-key lame. Oh, that's actually low-key not bad for me here. So he was Explosion. I really do feel bad for Brody. I mean, that miss was huge. And I can just proc my Meteor Beam right now. Flare Blitz. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is not good. Okay, this is strictly offensive Mew. Mew. Thunderous. 61 to 72. Oh, I have to get another dirty roll. I don't get it this time. This is where I reveal Sucker. Oh, that really sucked for us there. We didn't get the roll. We actually got the absolute low roll on that, too, which sucks. Alright. I'm going for the Sandstorm. Knockoff. Fuck. Well, now I lose. Just gonna Earthquake here. Or, yeah, I think because of the fact he was Dragon Dance View, I think that actually cost us. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. He was a completely different Mew this time, which actually cost us. Yeah, I think I lose. Yeah, I lose. Yeah, I lose. That's unfortunate. GG's. Oh, man. Him being a different Mew definitely cost me, man. Can I at least land the Dragon Rush for fun? No, I can't. Oh, well. Oh, damn, man. That Mew being Dragon Dance this time actually cost us. I was not expecting Dragon Dance Mew. I really wasn't expecting Dragon Dance Mew. Dragon Dance Mew really messed me up in that game. Because if he's not Dragon Dance Mew, if he's like literally the exact same Mew as he was last time, I mean, I don't think he was last. I didn't get to see what his Mew was. I don't think I remembered his set. But that, oh, dude, that really sucked. No, I probably actually, you know what I should have probably done? I should have probably swapped into my Florges when Mega Gallade was out. I probably should have really done that in hindsight. I don't know if this would have changed anything. But the fact that it was physical Mew, though, that really. And the fact that he was still faster. I gotta see how much speed he ran. Because at +2 speed with Mew, let's say a choice scarf, right? How much speed did the Mew need? Oh wow, if he was like, oh, he probably run enough speed for Dracovic. Well, even this for like, hold on, let's look at Nidoking, right? Nidoking, choice scarfed. So he would have. Oh, he could have easily had ran. Oh, he might have ran Adamant because there was literally no reason not to just run Adamant here, right? So let's say he goes +1 speed. He's at 594. My Celesteela at +2. It, wait, why does this? Did I mess this up? Why is that going? Why did? Oh, wait, I think I might have messed up here. Because I think I was supposed to be faster. Oh, wait, I'm faster than Scarf Volcanion. I think that's what it is. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I mean, this was good. This was still a tough matchup. Brody's team is just really, really good. Like those top three between Moon, Zama, and Shaman. I just have nothing for those guys. Like they outspeed everything I have. Um, I definitely, again, I think Brody could have still won this game. I think my only way to have won this game was maybe going. Now, even then, if I go Vish, him getting rid of my Smooth Rock pretty much guaranteed the loss right there at that point. And honestly, Brody was making a smart point there just to waste turn. He actually went more of an offensive route, which I figured he was going to be. Like, he's fully offensive here this time, which I figured he was going to probably do something like that. Probably was expert belts or something, but yeah, GG to Brody though. He's obviously helped with Joey prep in leagues and stuff like that. So obviously he knows some really good battling strategies from Joey. And honestly, I'm not disappointed to losing to a player like Brody. He's obviously very skilled and knows what he's doing. This game was actually a lot more. In theory, I think it was actually a little bit more closer than our last one. Because if I could have got Dracovish in with at least 5 more turns of sand, if I get the kill with, because it basically comes down if I can kill this thing and if Brody can be able to kind of cycle through the spam and get rid of those 5 turns, if he can't get rid of those 5 turns, I think I put myself in a really good position. I think in the end of the day, it would have came to either Zama versus Vish, or or if it was 1 turn of sand and I miss my Dragon Rush on Brody there. It could have definitely have played out a lot differently potentially, but it is what it is. I had a lot of fun this season. Obviously, I had some rough games and some rough patches, but I still feel good. I do think I should have made transactions to the team when I did. I think eventually I did lock in, and I think maybe I could have maybe avoided rematches potentially if I actually played. But I don't know. Two of the two meme games I played, it was more fun of one or the other, even though both my opponents really didn't bring much memes. But overall, this was a great season. Thank you, Storm and Nix and everyone a part of the mod team, including Brody, who's also on the mod team, for inviting us and having us a part of the season. I had a lot of fun. This was really fun. I'm gonna put some timestamps, by the way, guys. That way you can skip the team builder if you want and just get into the battle itself here and there. But yeah, guys, that's it. Our draft league season now ends here. If a friend league maybe pulls up, I might do that league, but I don't know if I'm gonna upload it. But that's it. But otherwise, yep, this was the last league for the summer. So yeah, but honestly, this was a great concept. I love playing the new format, and overall, this was a great time. And I enjoyed some of the Pokemon I had on my team here. Obviously, I did not use some of them I knew I could use better or whatever, but it was still fine. But yeah, GG's to everyone, and best of luck to everyone, and hopefully becoming the new champion. And yeah, with that being said, I will wrap this up here. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace!